coming to you from my scrapbook loft, and I'm here with part 2 of the stacked drawers tutorial for Jody McNamara and hi Jody. Yeah, part 2. If you're new here, if this is your first time visiting, thank you for visiting my channel. I hope you like what you see or hear, watch, whatever you want to put it, and that you'll hit that bell notification and the like button, and maybe you'll return and visit again sometime. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. Welcome back. Thank you so much. You're all just awesome. Thank the world of you all. Thank you. Now, for part 2 of the stacked drawer box. Part 1, we did the biggest drawer on the bottom, and we've got it here. This is going to be the middle drawer, okay? Now we're going to make sure, when I tell you that, to make sure this hits on the line straight, okay? We're going to take off 1 inch. We want this box to be an inch smaller, so it's going to be 10. We're going to put it on the 8.5 inch side. Make sure it is straight on that, and we're going to make it 7.5. We're marking it, we're taking it down 1 inch. Okay. Now we're bringing our scoreboard out again. And on all 4 sides, I'm going to make this one, I'm going to make all of them 1 1/2 inch drawers, okay? Room to hold something. So on all 4 sides, we're going to score it 1 1/2. I always turn it so that it's the same all the way around. Sometimes on this 110 pound, this will jump out of the groove. So I've got to press pretty hard there. 1 1/2. One and a half. We're going to, I always fold on the mountain. Always. I don't want to get out of the habit of not folding on the mountain. Because of the folds in my books. Now, we're going to cut our corners here on that score line. I'm going to make a little V in there. And the reason for that V is so that it doesn't hit the paper down here and cause you to have a high place. And when I make my boxes, I try to make it a habit to always cut these corner pieces the exact same way every time, so that I don't mess up. If you get in the habit of it, of doing things a certain way, then it stays with you that way. I'm going to make sure that the edges meet. See, once you make sure the edges meet, you've got a square corner. edges meet. Okay. So there's that one, an inch smaller than the bottom. You got a 1/2 inch on each side, and what I do is I just do it like this. You can cut it smaller if you want to. You sure can. All right, now for the sleeve for that to go into. It is 4.5 by 7. And even if you know what it's going to be, always measure, okay? So 4.5, we want 1.5 inches on the sleeve. So it's going to be 4.5 and 1.5. It's going to be 6 inches and 1/8. 6 1/8 wide is what you want. And then the 7, you want to add 3 inches, 1.5 and 1.5, so it's 10. You want to stay with 10 by 6 1/8. Don't throw away your scraps, you're going to need them. You're going to need those scraps. Okay, so now we're going to do 1.5 inches on 3 sides. Your hand slips, it's all right. It's 110-pound cardstock. On 3 sides, you're going to do 1.5 inches. And that should have been 4 5/8. Yep. Okay. And I want do this side right here. I want these flaps to go on the inside of the back. Y'all, I'm trying to do so many things today. I was supposed to add a 1/16 of an inch to the length of this. Should have been 10 and 1/16. Ugh. Let's see if I can see what it does. It'll be too tight of a fit. I know it will. I hate it when I mess up. Yeah, I do. The next piece that we use will, yeah. I think I can make that work. Okay. So the next one, I'm going to do it 10 and 1/16 so that, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm using the piece I made for the first one. Yeah. 1 1/2 will work. And I cut an inch off of the, I cut an inch off this way. Jada, I hope I've not confused you, honey. I'm not a very good teacher. I can tell you right now, I am not. And we're going to slide that down in there. There we go. Drawer back in there. I'm going to glue this side here down before I do anything else. Yeah. I got my drawer in it. I don't want it to be tight. So I've got my drawer in it. The edges are together. Okay. I am going to do this one. Yeah, let's do this one. I'm going to do this one a little bit different than I did that other one. Only because I am reusing one that had already folded. There we go. See if I can get this in here and trim just a hair dab off of it. Like I said, I'm not a very good teacher, but if you can get a general idea of it, then that's what you need. Just all you need. There we go. And now you see, I've not wasted my chipboard. That's drawer number 2, the middle drawer, and there you go. I'll do drawer number 3. Slides in and out really easy. Drawer number 3. We cut that down 1 inch. We're going to cut the next one down by 2 inches. Alright, make sure it's on the straight side. So 9, like I said, save your pieces. 8 1/2, 7 1/2, 6 1/2 is 2 inches. One and a half all the way around. Burnish down those score lines. there's your stacked drawers. So let's do this one. Like I said, we know we've cut it down 2 inches, but I always measure, okay? Three and a half, should be 6. Yep. 3 and a half by 6. Okay. So we want 3 5/8 this way. So we want 3 and a half and 1 1/2, which is 5 inches this way. Then 6 and 3 is 9. 1 1/2 and 1 1/2. Okay. So 3 and a half by 1 1/2 is 5 and 1/8. 5 and 1/8 is how wide we want it. Okay. And we want it 9 and 1/16. Like I said, I'm not a very good teacher, so 9 and 1/16 in the length. And 1/8 in the width on both of them. One and 1/2 this way on 3 sides. 1 and 1/2. One and 1/2 on this one. One and 1/2 on this one. 3 sides. 1 and 1/2. Okay. Burnish down those seams. Those score lines, I mean, seams. We're not sewing. Could be, couldn't we? All right. Going to cut here. Cut my V. Here. Cut my V. Okay. Now we're going to cut these corners out. And you don't have to put this on here, this back flap, if you don't want to. It works either way. I just found this dresses it up a little more. And there is your drawers. Now you situate them however you want to, straight up, diagonal, however you want to do it. Most of you have seen me make these drawers numerous times, so you know pretty much what I do. Now, when I told you to save your scraps, the reason I wanted you to save your scraps, see, these are 110 pound and they're very heavy, but your drawer needs extra support. So I cut two for each side and two for the ends, and we're going to glue all of them in except for one. I hope this has been helpful to you, Jody. I am not a good teacher. I just do. Just know what I do and what I like. Now I'm going to put the ends in, and I'm not a very good teacher. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I'll be glad to help you as much as I can. If I've made it complicated, I am truly sorry. So I've done one side and two ends now. So now I'm going to find my center, and I use this Tim Holtz ruler that has the center marked for 0, and it's got on this side here where the 0 is, it goes from 1 to 6. On the 6th side it goes from 6 to 12 and from 6 to 1. But this is the side I most usually use. I've chipped it, don't know how, but I have. So yeah. So now I know this is 1.5, so it's 3/4 and 3/4 is going to be the center, okay? So that's 3/4. Now I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to measure my, it's 3/4, I know it is because I've done this too many times. Yep, it's 3/4 on each side of the 0 is where the holes are on the knob of the handle. So what I'm going to do, this is a 8-inch drawer, so I find the 4 and the 4 and then the 3/4, and I do that. Then I take my pencil and I mark on the 3/4 side here and the 3/4 side here, and I use this paper piercer right here for this. I don't use a punch because I don't want a big hole. So now I have found my center for my handle. Okay, now I'm going to put my paper on, and these are 7 7/8 by 1 and how did I do that? 1 3/8. Yeah, 1 3/8. I'm not inking around these edges. I think the person I'm sending this to doesn't like that, so we're going to put this on here now. Like so. Put it down. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to go on the inside where I punched my holes, and I'm going to punch back through it. Okay? There we go. And then I'm going to take some brads, 2 brads, and this handle right here, and some E6000. And I'm going to put E6000 right there on that hole, and right there on that hole. It's going to help this stay stationary. And I'm going to put that in there. Come on, there we go. And this one in here. There we go. Like that. And I'm going to take a hammer and I'm going to hammer those down right there, okay? I'll do that back here on this desk. It's a harder desk. I am truly sorry for the noise. There we go. And then we're ready to put in our other piece, okay? But first I want some E6000 on these brads, okay? I use E6000 on all my metal. Now I'm ready to put in my other piece. And I cut these inside pieces are a tick mark past or before the 1.5. You know how these are 1.5 here? Well, take the tick mark before that, the 16th mark before that, which would be 7/16. That's where you want to do it, 1 7/16. Get this glue down here. Make sure you get the glue in. I put it on the edge of the desk, this, and take it along the top there, and there you go. There's the bottom drawer right there. Okay, slides in and out real easy. You can even put a piece in the bottom if you want it even sturdier. I don't put it in the bottom, I just put it on the edges. I mean, not the edges, but the sides and the ends. It just helps to stiffen it up and make it stand up really good. So, I cut my paper for this one. I'm going to put it down. And I'm using Stamperia, it's a paper pad that Gina Creates gave me. I can't remember the name of it because I've used the cover. But this is Stamperia, something to do with cats. See? I made Lauren Cunningham a book with it. That woman loves cats. She loves her cat. Take the drawer out so I can burnish that down. And there is the first drawer. I think that will be all that I do on the tutorial. I hope it has been helpful to you, and yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you. Thank you all so much for watching. Hugs to you from me, and God bless.